Intense Lamborghini Cup race scenes showcase thrilling battles and strategic overtakes.
Moved ahead of Rocky Boldor. He's in 13th, Boldor in 14th, Ray Shahi 15th, and 5th in class, John Hirschberg. So 3 North American series entered cars behind a European one, with the European one leading Lamborghini Cup in the form of the driver who won the first race of the World Finals, which is Villorba Course's Karim Ojjeh.
Nice attempt at going around the outside by Paolo Bilieri there at turn 10, but he's got to be careful because Antoine Comeau is very close, and this is what happens when you have a train of cars. If someone is holding you up, if you're not careful, you know, the car behind, you can be trying to pass someone and the car behind can end up, you know, making the double pass.
Well, we sort of saw that in the last lap, halfway round in the Pro-Am first race last night, with the car that was third came into turn 9, came out of turn 10. Oh,
I thought that might happen.
It was shaping up, and I'm afraid contact there for Dean Noles.
That is really unfortunate. So the 79 ran really wide through turn 14, and as he tried to come back on, Dean Noles again was just minding his own business on his line, and then contact was made, but obviously the angle that they connected, it has obviously damaged the suspension for Dean Noles.
Yeah, that was Sararin Mazur in car number 79, and Dean Noles off out beyond. Another place, unfortunately, has gone away from our erstwhile leader. So Rodrigue Guillon is now down behind Antoine Comeau, so that means 1st to 5th he's fallen, but he's still trying to pick up the pace, trying to stay there, not let too many other people through. In terms of race experience, he's very inexperienced relative to his rivals, so really is a lofty position to be running around in. Pietro Perolini, by the way, is now 3.7 seconds clear of Adrian Lewandowski. Lewandowski, he's got that 1 second time penalty to be added later in the race, but he's nearly 5 seconds here of Paolo Bilieri. So the car with the green and blue nose in the background, running second, should stay second. Bilieri just with the ASR entry white with the orange and black flanks, that's running third, so it's likely to stay third. The car behind him is actually a lap down. That's Superchai Wiraborwanpong, who's running down in 27th position. But again, these cars need to be negotiated.
Stefan Tribudini on the move again.
Well, he just was. Sararin Mazur, car number 79, delayed himself with that moment down at turn 14, but fastest lap of the race has been set by Stefan Tribudini. He came in at huge pace to catch. Now his next person to set off after is Rodrigue Guillon, so could be up to 6th place. But you've got nothing else to do, strangle one of your team members on the pit wall. It just helps pass the time, I always find. Safety car out onto the track. For why?
That would be probably for the 170 in the gravel, I would imagine, at turn 14.
Turn 14, yeah, so that would be Dean Noles' car. So just bear in mind, before it came out, Pietro Perolini had a 4 and a bit second. Oh, well, this is a further incident we hadn't seen. That's Rocky Boldor getting together with car 165, Ray Shahi. And, okay, so he had his own spin and kept on spinning, and oh gosh, it's so difficult when you're going outside. These cars are quite long when they're facing sideways across the track. And as Ray reverses across the track there, he avoids trouble but causes trouble for those around him, unfortunately. But that was a reaction from him.
I imagine that was probably quite a severe hit, because to spin from being hit when you've got someone on your outside to then force you to spin inwards would imply he has been hit quite hard. But we know Rocky Boldor's had a couple of incidents in the last couple of races. He's racing really hard and aggressively, which is not a problem, but it looks like he had, you know, suffered quite a big impact on the front right to cause him to spin inwards.
Yeah, so leading the Lamborghini Cup class in 8th position overall, rising all the time as those in front of him get into battles and those behind him also get into battles. There's Karim Ojjeh leading the race, but his advantage was 4.4 seconds before the safety car was deployed. There is the safety car. There is Pietro Perolini as the race leader. Adrian Lewandowski invited onto his tail. Buys a bit of time for Rodrigue Guillon. He's still in 5th place, but coming up at a rate of knots with Stefan Tribudini. But right now he's able to close with no cost onto his tail. So don't know how long the safety car will be. one, if not two cars need to be cleared up. And what's happening, of course, the clock continues to count down from 50 minutes. So it's only got 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. I reckon there'll be at least another lap behind the safety car. I must say, at this meeting, they've been really good. In fact, they've already cleared one of the cars in the background. And if they can tuck it behind the barriers, get it away from turns 12 and 13, that'd be really handy. But that's one of the cars. The other one is on the left-hand side of your screen. You can just see Dean Noles' car being lifted up. Now, just some super slow while the clear-up is going on. Again, a chance to see the dynamics of these fantastic Super Trofeo races, these wonderful Huracans. And as Jack pointed out, they've got a huge amount of performance. They've got decent aero that really keeps it interesting. But these are very, very good cars to drive, to learn how to handle a lot of power, how to use your tyres.
Yeah, fantastic car, and we know we've still got one more season with the amazing V10 in the back before we switch over in 2027 to the new unveiled yesterday Temerario Super Trofeo.
Yeah, I've been looking at the social media messages, pinging a lot of love for that car already, but you know, time moves on. But the Huracan has been an astonishing vehicle for a long time now, going through evolution in its GT3 form, but the Super Trofeo, you know, it's been an absolutely stalwart soldier. And 2027 is when the Super Trofeo will be running with the Temerario.
Makes me feel old. I first drove the Huracan Super Trofeo first generation, so this is now the Evo 2 package. So I managed to race it with the Evo 1 package as well. But there's, you know, as always with any car and a 10-year rough life cycle, there is, you know, upgrade packages.
Yeah, always the case, always upgrading motor racing. Dakota, who have you got in the pits?
I have got Harry from the 205. Harry, we just saw you having a little laugh with your team. Can you explain what you were laughing about?
Yeah, because last year we were the champions for LC, and we joined AM. We had zero target, and this year we won second for the championship for them. So it's a good race and a good jump. We never thought we were going to win anything. So the engineers are happy, the teams are happy. Both our brothers, we started Lambo just 3 years ago. So yeah, that's why we never thought we were going to be here. And this is our third championship for sure.
What keeps you coming back? What's so special about Lamborghini in the Super Trofeo series, especially this sort of world final?
I think as a driver like me, it's a pure gentleman driver. Everybody's respecting each other. Good family with the team. Everybody is a good laugh, and it's fun. It's always fun for sure.
I've just seen the lights go out, so let's get back to the race. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dakota. Just as the safety car was putting off, something flew in the air right ahead of the bunch of starters. Couldn't work out what it was.
Big damage on Adrian Lewandowski, it looks like.
Oh gosh,
yes. His bonnet and the whole front of his car is, he's obviously hit something. It doesn't look like there's any damage on the 61 of Pietro Perolini's car, and his pace seems okay, but he's clearly made some quite big contact with someone or something.
I wonder if he got too close just before the safety car withdrew. I'm guessing as I go, he's going to have to use muscle memory now, because obviously his visibility around the circuit is going to be very poor indeed. And if Paolo Bilieri can spot that damage, he's going to go, right, I'm in third, I'm going for it. In behind, side by side, Stefan Tribudini coming out of turn 8 alongside Antoine Comeau. I mean, you'd expect him to pass at some point, but he's immediately got into that mix, and he's already made the move stick up into fourth place for Tribudini.
I'd be surprised if Adrian Lewandowski isn't pulled mechanically, because that bonnet is not fixed and secured. His vision is impaired, and it could fly off. And you know, we've seen in the past when bits of cars start flying off, it can, you know, or it's actually rubbing. You can see smoke coming from that tyre as well. So as for safety, you know, concerns, he may well get the mechanical flag.
Yeah, he may well get that. I'm just thinking it's a very good thing for him. It's a left-hand drive car. If it was right-hand drive, he just wouldn't be able to see. So this is another helping hand. Some of that bodywork just lying on the curbing at turn 15 there. So, and this is the problem. Bits flying off, and that's not be very funny for Paolo Bilieri behind him. It wouldn't have hit him, but it could have done. Down the start-finish straight they go. Lead 1.5 seconds for Adrian Lewandowski. So how did it happen? Look for the car in second, running between turns 14 and 15, and he got too close. So Perolini, well, it's his job to lead the field round, but he obviously decided to, I don't know, have a little dummy on the brakes or whatever, but certainly caught out Adrian Lewandowski. He's got the black and orange warning flag. He's going to have to report to the pits. I mean, it's only right. Frustrating for him. He might be frustrated that he clipped the back of Pietro Perolini, but Perolini is now going to pull ever further clear. There he is for the Oregon team. And so late in the finals, but with victory in yesterday's first AM and Lamborghini race, That's 15 points in the bag, and another 15 if they get to the finish of this race. 2.5 minutes remaining in the lead of the race. The pairing of Massimo Cilia and the driver at the wheel of the race-leading car, Pietro Perolini, will be champions in the World Finals. And likewise, the Lamborghini Cup yesterday was won in race part one, as we call it, by Karim Ojjeh, and he is way clear of the opposition, so he too should make the maths simple for those of us who have to add it up at the end of the race, and he should win the Lamborghini Cup title in the World Finals to add to his European Lamborghini Cup title as well.
And we'll see if Adrian Lewandowski comes in this lap. I believe when you see the mechanical flag, you have 2 or 3 laps to respond before it becomes a black flag, which is then obviously a disqualification, but you can see he is struggling with the balance of his car.
I think he's worked out that if it's 3 laps, he's going to take it through to the end of the race without reporting at the pits, because we've only got time for 1 more lap. What was the lap time last time? 1 minute 36, and the race leader Pietro Perolini crossed the start-finish line 1 minute 39, so it's actually this lap and 1 more. Actually, that could stymie Adrian Lewandowski. Running second, he's got a 1 second penalty to be added. Double checking. Oh, Rodrigue Gillian, he's exceeded track limits. He came onto the track in the lead. He's down in 7th place, but he's got a 5 second penalty to be added as well for track limits. Another person is car number 276, and Donghui Li will be getting a penalty as well. But I must say, in this race, actually, there have been fewer track limits violations than we've had in other races across. So this is the 4th day of racing here at Misano in the Super Trofeo. Now, Paolo Bilieri has been passed.
No, he was behind anyway, but he's looking very...
He's
really looking for a gap.
Tribudini is the quickest of the trio. He's alongside Paolo Bilieri, followed by, jump myself there, and down the back straight, he's going to pass the car from ASR. So what could have been if this car on pole yesterday, car number 66, didn't get to start, and today from way down the order in 15th.
But that still leaves Paolo Bilieri with a net podium.
Oh, absolutely.
We know there is a penalty for that car number 5.
Yeah, well, and now he comes in just in the nick of time. But Paolo Bilieri, having just been passed, almost had a little look by Stefan Tribudini, who nearly drops it at turn 16. Bilieri should have more traction, should get down to the first corner ahead.
Flag. Like I said, so he ignored the mechanical for too long.
Yeah. So black and orange became just pure black. In many ways, if he'd had to report it anyhow, it would have tumbled down the order, so keep it going. It's actually getting a little bit brighter for the final few laps of the race, but it's...
Experience the high-octane thrill of Lamborghini's intense racing showdown.